My beloved, you didn't arrive here by accident. This is no coincidence. This is your moment, your divine appointment. God has brought you here because He has a message for you, one that could change the way you see your life, your struggles, and your future. You might be wondering, is this really for me? Let me assure you, yes it is. These words are meant for you, and they come with a promise of hope, peace, and transformation. What if the breakthrough you've been waiting for is hidden in these next few moments? What if the answers you've been praying for are revealed right here? This is your chance to hear God's voice, to feel His love, and to step into the fullness of His plans for you. But let me warn you, if you leave now, you might miss the message He has been preparing for your heart. Stay with me until the end, and I promise you will leave encouraged, strengthened, and ready to walk in His purpose for your life. Before we dive in, let me invite you to take one small step of faith. Subscribe and join this community of seekers, believers, and those longing for a deeper connection with God. By subscribing, you're saying yes to more moments like this, moments where God speaks directly to your heart. Don't let this be a one-time experience. Hit that subscribe button and step into a journey where you'll receive messages of hope, strength, and love every day. Now, let's begin this divine journey together. My beloved child, I see the questions that fill your heart. Why am I here? What is my purpose? Does my life truly matter? These are not questions to be feared. They are the start of a journey toward understanding the divine plan I have for you. I want you to know this truth. Your life is not an accident, and you are not here by chance. I formed you with love, intention, and purpose. And today I invite you to discover the fullness of the plan I have designed for you. My plans for you are good. Remember my promise, for I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. These words are not just for others, they are for you. My child, every detail of your life, your strengths, your challenges, your experiences, has been woven together to fulfill a purpose greater than you can imagine. Trust that I am working behind the scenes, aligning circumstances and opening doors to guide you toward the future I have prepared. You may wonder, but Lord, how can I know your plan when my life feels so uncertain? My child, knowing my plan does not require you to have all the answers. It requires you to trust me. Think of Abraham, who left everything familiar to follow my call, not knowing where it would lead. His faith opened the door for my promises to unfold. In the same way, I am calling you to take steps of faith, trusting that I will reveal my plans to you as you walk with me. Let me remind you of my promise. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. These words are your guide as you navigate life's uncertainties. My child, your understanding may be limited, but my wisdom is infinite. Trust that I am leading you even when the path ahead seems unclear. Imagine an artist painting a masterpiece. Each stroke of the brush, each color added to the canvas, contributes to the beauty of the final image. My child, your life is that masterpiece, and I am the artist. You may not understand why certain pieces are added, but trust that I am creating something beautiful. Every moment, every challenge, every triumph is part of the story I am writing for you. Embracing my plan for your life also means surrendering your own. My child, I know how hard it is to let go of your plans, your dreams, and your desires. But remember this, my plans are higher than yours and my ways are greater. When you release control and trust me, you make room for my perfect will to unfold. Trust that what I have for you is greater than anything you could imagine for yourself. Let me give you a practical way to align with my plan. Each morning, start your day with a prayer of surrender. Lord, guide my steps today. Help me to trust your plan and to walk in obedience to your will. As you move through your day, look for the opportunities one placed before you, moments to serve, love, and grow. My child, purpose is not just about the big picture. It is found in daily faithfulness and obedience. You may feel that your life is too ordinary or your past too broken for my plan to unfold, but let me remind you, I use all things for my glory. Think of Moses, who doubted his ability to lead, yet became the deliverer of my people. Think of Mary, who humbly accepted my plan to bring my son into the world. My child, I can use your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. Trust that I am working all things together for your good. As you step into my plan, let it transform the way you see yourself and your future. My child, you are not defined by your past, your mistakes, or your fears. You are defined by my love, my calling, and my promises. Trust that I am equipping you for the purpose I have placed on your life and that I will never leave your side. Today, I am inviting you to trust me with your life. My child, you were not created to wander aimlessly or to live in fear of the unknown. You were created to walk in my purpose, to reflect my glory, and to bring light to the world. Let go of the doubts that hold you back, and embrace the truth that your life has meaning in my plan. You are my beloved, and your future is secure in me. My beloved child, I see the battles you face, the struggles that leave you weary, and the questions that linger in your heart. Life can feel overwhelming, and there are moments when you wonder if you have the strength to keep going. But hear me clearly, you are not alone, and you do not need to carry these burdens on your own. My power is made perfect in your weakness, and my strength is sufficient for every challenge you face. Today, I am inviting you to lean on me and find your strength in my presence. Strength begins with surrender. My child, I know how hard it is to admit that you can't do it all on your own, but remember my words. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. These words are not just an invitation, they are a promise. When you bring your struggles to me, I exchange your weariness for my strength, your burdens for my peace, and your doubts for my hope. Trust that my power is greater than anything you face. You may wonder, but Lord, how can I feel strong when my circumstances are so overwhelming? My child, true strength does not come from within yourself. It comes from me. Think of Paul, who declared, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. His strength was not his own, it was mine. In the same way, I am your source of strength. Trust that no matter how weak you feel, I am with you, empowering you to overcome every challenge. Let me remind you of my promise. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him, and he helps me. These words are not just encouragement. They are a declaration of my faithfulness. My child, when you trust in me, I become your shield against life's trials and your source of help in every situation. Lean into my presence and let my strength carry you through the storms. Imagine a tree standing firm during a storm. Its branches may sway in the wind, but its roots hold it steady. My child, you are like that tree and I am your roots. The deeper you are grounded in me, the stronger you will stand, no matter how fierce the storm. Trust that I am holding you steady and that my strength is greater than any challenge you face. Finding strength in me also means letting go of fear. My child, I know how fear can creep into your heart, whispering lies that make you feel small and incapable. But remember my words, for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. These are not just comforting words. They are a declaration of the spirit I have placed within you. Trust that my spirit is your source of courage and clarity. Let me give you a practical way to find strength in me each day. Begin your morning with a prayer of dependence. Lord, I cannot face this day on my own. Be my strength, my guide, and my refuge. When challenges arise, pause and declare my promises over yourself. The Lord is my refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. My child, my word is your anchor, and it will sustain you in the face of every trial. You may feel that your struggles are too great, but let me remind you, nothing is too great for me. Think of David, who faced Goliath with nothing but a sling and a stone. His strength did not come from his own abilities but from his faith in me. My child, the same power that was with David is with you now. Trust that I will give you the strength to face every challenge, no matter how impossible it seems. As you find strength in me, let it transform the way you approach life's difficulties. My child, challenges are not meant to defeat you. They are opportunities to grow closer to me and to discover the depth of my love and power. Trust that I am using every trial to strengthen your faith, build your character, and prepare you for the blessings I have in store. Today, I am inviting you to release the burdens you've been carrying and to rest in my strength. My child, you were not created to walk this journey alone. You were created to walk with me, trusting that my power is sufficient for every weakness. Let go of the fear that you are not enough, and embrace the truth that I am more than enough for you. You are my beloved, and in me, you will find the strength to overcome. My beloved child, I see the storms that rage around you and the restlessness that stirs within your heart. The world can be noisy, chaotic, and overwhelming, but I want you to know this: my presence brings peace. True peace is not the absence of problems. It is the assurance that I am with you in every moment. Today, I am calling you to experience the calm and rest that only my presence can provide. Peace begins with trust. My child, remember my promise. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. These words are not just advice. They are an invitation to anchor your mind and heart in my faithfulness. Trust that I am working in every detail of your life, even when the path feels uncertain. My peace is not fragile or fleeting. It is steadfast, rooted in my love for you. You may wonder, but Lord, how can I feel peace when my circumstances are so overwhelming? My child, peace does not depend on what is happening around you. It comes from knowing who I am. Think of my disciples in the storm. As the waves crashed and fear filled their hearts, my son stood and said, "Peace, be still." The wind and waves obeyed him, and the storm was calmed. My child, I am still calming storms today. Trust that my presence is greater than the chaos around you. Let me remind you of my promise. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. These words are not just comforting. They are a blueprint for experiencing my peace. When you bring your worries to me in prayer, I exchange them for my peace, a peace that guards your heart and mind like a fortress. Imagine a bird resting on a branch during a storm. The wind howls and the rain pours, but the bird remains calm because it trusts the branch to hold it steady. My child, I am your branch. No matter how fierce the storm, you can rest in the assurance that I am holding you. My peace is not shaken by the world's chaos, and neither should you be. Trust that I am your refuge and your strength. Experiencing my peace also requires letting go of control. My child, I know how hard it is to release your grip on the things you care about most. But remember my words: be still and know that I am God. In the stillness, you will find my presence and my assurance that I am in control. Trust that my plans for you are good and that I am working behind the scenes to bring about my purposes. Let me give you a practical way to experience my peace each day. Find a quiet space where you can pray, meditate on my word, and listen for my voice. When anxious thoughts arise, pause and declare my promises. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. These moments of stillness will become an anchor for your soul, grounding you in my peace no matter what storms arise. You may feel that peace is out of reach, especially in seasons of pain or uncertainty. But let me remind you, my peace is not fragile. Think of Paul and Silas, who sang praises to me while imprisoned. Their chains could not bind their hearts because their peace came from me. My child, I am inviting you to experience that same unshakable peace, no matter what you are facing. As you experience my peace, let it overflow into the lives of others. My child, the world is filled with people searching for the calm that only I can provide. When you live in my peace, you become a light to others, reflecting my love and offering hope. Trust that as you rest in me, I will use your life to bring peace to those who need it most. Today, I am calling you to let go of the worries that weigh you down and to step into the peace I offer. My child, you were not created to live in constant fear or anxiety. You were created to dwell in my presence, to trust in my love, and to experience the peace that surpasses all understanding. Trust that I am with you, calming the storms within and around you. You are my beloved, and in my presence, you will find the peace your soul longs for. My beloved child, I see the uncertainty that surrounds you, the questions you wrestle with, the doubts that creep into your mind, and the fears that whisper, "What if?" You long for clarity and assurance, yet the road ahead feels hidden. But hear me now. Faith is not about knowing every step of the journey, it is about trusting the one who leads. Today I am inviting you to walk in faith, to trust in my guidance, and to rest in the knowledge that I am with you, even in the unknown. Faith begins with trust. My child, remember my words. Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. These words are not just a definition, they are a call to action. Trust that even when you cannot see the way forward, I am already there, preparing the path for you. Faith is not the absence of uncertainty, it is the decision to trust me despite it. You may wonder, but Lord, how can I walk in faith when I feel so unsure? My child, walking in faith does not require you to have all the answers. Think of Peter stepping out of the boat onto the water. His faith was not perfect, yet as long as his eyes were on me, he walked above the waves. My child, I am calling you to take that same step of faith, trusting that I will sustain you. Even when you feel weak, my strength will carry you. Let me remind you of my promise. Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it." These words are not just a comfort, they are a declaration of my presence in your life. My child, I am not a distant God. I am with you, speaking to your heart, guiding your steps, and leading you toward my purpose for your life. Imagine a traveler walking through a dense fog. They can only see a few steps ahead, but they trust the guide who walks beside them. My child, I am your guide. You may not see the entire journey, but I am leading you step by step. Trust that I know the way and that I am taking you exactly where you need to be. Walking in faith is not about having clarity, it is about having confidence in me. Walking in faith also means releasing the need for control. My child, I know how hard it is to let go, to surrender your plans, and to trust in mine. But remember my words, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways. Trust that my plans are higher than yours and that my timing is perfect. When you release control, you make room for my spirit to work in your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. Let me give you a practical way to walk in faith. Each day, take a moment to reflect on my promises. Write them down, speak them aloud, and carry them with you. When doubt arises, combat it with my truth. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? My child, these declarations of faith will strengthen your heart and remind you of my unchanging presence. You may feel that your faith is too small, but let me remind you, even a mustard seed of faith can move mountains. Think of the Israelites standing before the Red Sea, with no way forward and an enemy behind them. Yet through faith the waters parted and they walked on dry ground. My child, I am the same God who made a way for them, and I will make a way for you. Trust that your faith, no matter how small, is enough when it is placed in me. As you walk in faith, let it transform the way you see uncertainty. My child, the unknown is not something to fear. It is an opportunity to rely on me and to see my faithfulness unfold. Trust that I am using every moment of uncertainty to deepen your relationship with me, to strengthen your character, and to prepare you for the blessings that lie ahead. Today, I am calling you to take a step of faith, even if the path ahead feels unclear. My child, you were not created to live in fear or hesitation. You were created to walk boldly in my promises, trusting that I am with you every step of the way. Let go of the need to have all the answers and embrace the truth that I am your guide. You are my beloved, and in me, you will find the confidence to walk in faith. My beloved child, as we come to the end of this message, I want you to carry this truth in your heart. You are deeply loved, divinely chosen, and uniquely equipped for the life I have called you to live. Every word, every promise, and every invitation I have spoken to you is meant to remind you of who you are in me and what I have prepared for you. This is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of a life lived in the fullness of my love, peace, and purpose. The path ahead may not always be easy, but you are not walking it alone. My Spirit is with you, guiding your steps, strengthening your heart, and providing for your every need. Remember my promise. I am with you always to the very end of the age. These words are your assurance that you are never forgotten, never abandoned, and never without hope. Trust that I am leading you even when the road feels uncertain. Now, I ask you to take what you've heard and let it transform the way you live. Let my promises shape your thoughts, my love guide your actions, and my presence bring you peace. You don't need to have all the answers or know every step of the journey. You simply need to trust me. Faith begins with a single step, and I am here to walk beside you every step of the way. Let me challenge you with this. What will you do with the words I've spoken to your heart today? Will you trust me with your struggles, your fears, and your dreams? Will you take the next step in faith, knowing that I am with you? My child, the life I have for you is waiting, abundant, joyful, and filled with my presence. Step into it boldly, trusting that I am working all things together for your good. Finally, I want to invite you to stay connected to my word and my presence. Don't let this be a one-time moment. Seek me daily in prayer, spend time in my word, and surround yourself with others who encourage your faith. If you've been touched by this message, take a moment to subscribe and join this community. Together, we will continue to grow in faith, hope, and love. Let this be your declaration. I am a child of God, walking in His promises and trusting in His plan. Today, my beloved, I leave you with this assurance. You are never alone. You're always loved. You are forever held in the hands of the one who created you. Go forward with courage, peace, and joy, knowing that I am with you now and always. You are my beloved, and I delight in you.